You know, Bob, when someone's purchasing a home, especially a young first-time home buyer, it's not unheard of for them to get a gift to help them out with the down payment. But it is significant for us to make sure that the donor is an acceptable donor, that the source of the funds is acceptable, and that we document it properly.
Good. And you know what, Rick? Let's talk about that.
Hello and welcome to this episode of What's Their MO. I'm Rick Masnick.
And I'm Bob Orlando, and today we want to address the topic on using gift funds to purchase your next home. You know what? I thought a good place to start is let's find out who actually qualifies and does not qualify as a gift donor.
Okay, and one of the things to note is it can't be someone who is considered an interested party. What that means is, for instance, one of the realtors that's involved in the transaction or a loan officer like us, we can't be a donor of that gift because we stand to make a commission, and that's not just going to be allowed. We could be giving the gift just as we're going to want to make sure that that transaction is going to happen. But we can see in this illustration who is an acceptable donor.
Yeah, so what we can see here, Rick, is that donors can be parents, children, siblings, grandparents, your aunt, your uncle, niece or nephews, cousins, in-laws, domestic partners, fiancés, your employer, or even something that's always forgotten about is a church or religious organization can help. Yeah.
And then there's also documenting where the money comes from. We have to document this and know where the source of the funds for the gift is coming from.
Right, right. And in this slide that we're seeing here is that it shows some acceptable sources of funds for a gift. So for instance, we're going to need to see that the funds were coming, say, from a checking account, a savings, retirement, or investment accounts, or any other acceptable sources. Another thing is if you are purchasing or selling a home to a family member, the current equity that you have in your property is considered an asset, and that can be used to help finance a down payment.
I didn't see cash on the list.
Cash? Yep, sorry. No way, no way. We can't use cash, So, in order, what we have to do for all gifts is that we need to be able to document it. And you can't document cash or mattress money, excuse the term. So for instance, if you're doing a side job and you're getting paid cash and you kind of put some money aside, that money really can't be used for your down payment. It has to be an acceptable source that is verifiable.
Yeah. I can come up with one exception to that rule, though, is let's say you've got a young couple who has a deposit into their account, and it doesn't say direct deposit or payroll or U.S. Treasury like a tax refund, but they just got married.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do is we can get a copy of their marriage license, maybe even the wedding invitation, and marry that up with the date of the deposit to show that it was a gift or was gifts from the wedding. And then we don't have to chase every aunt, uncle, cousin for a canceled check, and we can use that. And an underwriter will accept that. I've done that before.
Yeah, they will accept that. And that's actually, especially for first-time buyers, that's something that's been used more often. So and also for documenting a gift, as you can see, is that we'd be looking for a canceled check or in some cases copies of a bank statement from the donor, just to make sure that they have the funds and the means to give the gift. And then also we'll have this form here that need to be filled out, which is technically called a gift letter. And that needs to be signed by all parties. And this is really just to document that that it's not a loan. It's actually funds given to you and that you don't have to pay back, and we don't have to add it as a monthly obligation.
Yeah. So that's the skinny on gift funds. If you found this information useful, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you know someone else who this information could benefit, please pass this on to them. But for now, this concludes this episode of What's Their MO. I'm Rick Masnick.
And I'm Bob Orlando, and we'll see you next time.